Bismillah Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Have you ever felt the weight of a word so heavy that it makes the whole universe tremble? In Surah Maryam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes a claim so atrocious that the heavens almost tear apart and the mountains nearly crumbled. What is this claim? It's the idea that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creator of the heavens and the universe, has taken a son. But let's look closer at the language Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used, where he repeats one specific word, one name, 4 times in that passage, which is Ar-Rahman, the most merciful. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. وقالوا اتخذ الرحمن ولدا لقد جئتم شيئا إدا تكاد السماوات يتفطرن منه وتنشق الأرض وتخر الجبال هدا أن دعوا للرحمن ولدا وما ينبغي للرحمن أن يتخذ ولدا إن كل من في السماوات والأرض إلا آتي الرحمن عبدا وكلهم آتيه يوم القيامة فردا, till the end. Now Allah repeats the word Ar-Rahman 4 times in these verses is an indication that what? That this specific attribute Ar-Rahman, which the polytheists themselves recognize as a reality, even if they rejected the name itself, contradicts the claim of him, Jalla fi'ula, having a son. This is because Ar-Rahman signifies universal and abundant mercy. This means his mercy encompasses every existent being that is in need of it. The great scholar Al-Allama Ibn Ashur, the Sahib al-Tahrir wa-Tanwir, asks, why this name? Why not Al-Aziz, the mighty? Why not Al-Qadir, the all-powerful? Why Ar-Rahman? Because Ar-Rahman represents a mercy so vast and so abundant that it covers every single thing in existence. But here's the logic. Mercy requires someone to receive it. To receive Allah's mercy, you must be an abd, a servant. You must be in need. So if someone were truly a son of God, they will either be an equal to God, and if they are an equal to God, they will be self-sufficient. They wouldn't be needing His mercy. By claiming that God has a son, people are actually saying that that being is already removed from the beautiful mercy, the shade of Allah's universal Rahmaniyya. When humans take a son, they do so for a reason. Either they are seeking the son's kindness and mercy towards them. This contradicts the nature of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is a sole provider and sustainer of every single mercy that exists. Looking at this, Imam Ibn Ashur again points out a psychological truth about humans. Why do we as humans want sons? Want someone to take care of us? To show us mercy when we grow old? We project our own weaknesses as human beings onto Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But Allah is the source of all mercy. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need a son. He doesn't need anyone to receive kindness from. He gives sons and daughters to all His servants. This part of the Quran ends with a sobering image. Every single person, no matter who they are, آتِ الرحمن عبدا, come as slaves to Ar-Rahman, not as a relative, not as an equal, but as a soul in need. And on the day of judgment, you don't stand behind a lineage in a convoy or as, in quote, a divine son. آتيه يوم القيامة فردا. You stand fardan, alone. Just you and your deeds. Just you alone with Allah Ar-Rahman alone. Brothers and sisters, I want you to reflect today about your status as a servant. Being a servant is not a title of lowliness. It's your VIP pass to the infinite mercy of Ar-Rahman. You don't need anyone when you already have Allah by your side. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.